What?
You almost beat me to it. What is up, and happy Halloween, you goblins, ghouls, and gamblers alike. And welcome back to the Goose Egg Gambling Podcast. A lot of G's to start off this week. It is the only podcast that isn't afraid to say that Kit Kat is the best candy bar on the market. At least one of two of us agree.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I like peeling it wafer by wafer and eating it slowly.
Oh, yeah.
That's the way I do it.
I don't think, does anyone actually just like go right into the whole bar?
Psychopaths do.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a big Snicker guy though too. And
see, I've gotten into Snickers lately as well because it's bulking season. I'm trying to get my protein, and Snickers have peanuts in it, so I kind of just assumed that would help.
I could just do peanut M&Ms too.
I could.
More peanuts than those.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, anyways, my name is Matt, aka Count Cleveland, and I'm joined as always by Jerrod, aka the Buckeye Boy.
Buckeye Boy.
Why the Ohio themed nicknames? It is because we are, for the first time, taking the Goose Egg Gambling Show on the road. We're hitting Ohio, the great state of Ohio, this weekend. We're going to be going to the Ohio State Penn State game on Saturday, and then the Steelers Browns game on Sunday, which I'm super excited about.
Have you been to Ohio before or no?
I've been to Cleveland for the first time this summer on a layover.
Oh, that doesn't count.
We had to sit around for an hour after we dropped off the rental car. We hung out just in a public park in the middle of the city so I got somewhat of a feel of the city, but I'm very excited to get a much bigger overall sense of what Cleveland's all about. We're going with Sir Yacht, who was on the podcast last week.
He's Mr. Cleveland.
He is Mr. Cleveland to an absolute T. So I'm just really excited to see the city through his eyes. I want to go to like all of his favorite spots. I want to try all of his favorite food. Just really soak in the Cleveland culture.
Yeah, I can't wait till he brings us to a Taco Bell. That's good.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's all he ever eats.
Really sample the local cuisine.
Yeah.
So we'll talk a bit about those games in a bit. First off, we want to apologize. The people across the street are doing a little bit of sewage work or something like that.
Yeah, they're pumping sewage or something. I don't know what's going on.
So if you hear a weird buzz throughout, that's what it is. They literally started right as we hit record. Yeah. So obviously they're not fans. They're from a rival gambling podcast, but we'll power through. Jerrod, huge Thursday night game tonight.
Huge. Maybe the biggest in quite a while.
I can't think of a bigger Thursday night game than this. It is the Green Bay Packers versus the Arizona Cardinals. It is currently the 1 and 2 NFC seeds.
Yep.
And the Cardinals are obviously undefeated. The Packers had that one kind of where I think we can assume it's a fluky loss at this point against the Saints. And they've been on a roll ever since. The spread is 6.5. And the headline for this game is just injuries and inactive players.
Yes.
JJ Watt's out. Devontae Adams is out because of COVID. And Lazard is out.
Correct.
So there's a lot. The line opened up with the Cardinals at -3, and it has now gone all the way up to the Cards -6.5.
Really? It's jumped that much?
Yeah, it's jumped a ton. And on paper, this matchup is all Cardinals. They've allowed just one running back to tight ends this whole year, and Aaron Jones has only scored one since week 3, so running will be pretty much negated. The Cardinals are 6-1 against the spread. The Packers, it's likely they're going to be missing 3 guys from their secondary.
Oh, that's tough.
That's really tough. And the Cardinals rank number 1 in fewest points allowed. So on paper, this screams Cardinals, but God, 6.5 points against Aaron Rodgers is tough.
I
can't swallow it.
I think I'm going 6.5.
The Packers, you think?
I think so.
So what I'm thinking is I might buy a point and make it 7.5 for the Packers just because I don't see Aaron Rodgers.
7.
Yeah, because I don't see Aaron Rodgers losing by more than a touchdown, especially in Thursday night games. Thursday night games are usually pretty close.
And you could see him hitting a Hail Mary tonight, too.
Exactly. But did you know, apparently the Packers haven't won in Arizona since 2009? He always plays really well, but they always lose in like overtime.
In those playoff games.
Yeah, those like wild card games that everyone really likes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he hit like 2 Hail Marys in that one game 6 years ago.
Yeah, that was awesome.
So I could definitely see that happening again.
Yeah, I mean, if there's any team that's going to take down the Cardinals, you would think it would be like an offense that can keep up with them.
Plus, J.J. Watt being hurt might help the Packers run game too.
A little bit, but I think at this point, J.J. Watt's more of a emotional leader than he is like a physical presence. At least that's my personal take.
Yeah.
On it, I think he was brought into that locker room mainly to be like a mature voice.
The hardo.
He's going to be blasting the Dwayne Johnson song in the locker rooms, getting everyone hyped.
No longer skillet. It's all Dwayne the Rock Johnson.
It's all about drive. It's about power. So I had the Cardinals picked up until this morning. I had it in my account. I had not placed the bet, but I had it I'd been ready to go. But I'm leaning towards now taking the Packers plus a point. I can't take them at 6.5, but I think I will buy that half point and go to 7.
I like that.
And I just feel confident. That's purely based on the fact that Aaron Rodgers is the quarterback on the other team.
Yeah, I could see the Cardinals starting slow in this game too.
Yeah, it's going to be their first really big moment as like the team in the league.
Mm-hmm.
Like everyone's expecting big things out of them. It'll be interesting to see if they can live up to the pressure.
I don't think Cardinals can keep this pace up. Like they're gonna win. They're gonna lose like 4 more games this year.
Oh yeah,
I'm
sure. But right now they're the shoe-in for the number 1 seed. But that NFC West is tough too because they got the Rams right behind them.
Yes,
this is a huge game for the Cardinals in terms of seeding.
Mm-hmm.
The Packers, it's not as big of a game because I think we can kind of assume they got that division pretty much on lock at this point. Well,
still got to play the Vikings twice.
They do have to do that. That's very true.
We'll see. We'll see how that $50 bet goes.
And we'll talk about those purple people eaters here in a bit. But before we do so, I'm taking Packers plus 7.
Yeah.
I'm not crazy about it. I'm excited for a good game, but I'm just going my gut with Aaron Rodgers on this one.
That apartment's not getting clean tonight.
God, no. My dad's going to be here too.
What the fuck, son?
Yeah, he's going to be ashamed to see it. But that's okay because my life is in shambles because of this Ohio trip. Just getting everything all ready to go. So this first game we're going to on Saturday, Penn State, the 20th ranked team versus Ohio State, the 5th ranked team. Both of these teams had a pretty bad loss this season. Penn State is just coming off of theirs, that crazy 9 overtime games, which was absolutely absurd. And Ohio State had theirs earlier in the season, but since then they've again looked like the team to beat in the Big Ten. Minus maybe Iowa, but now Iowa's also
Michigan, maybe.
Yeah, maybe. I keep forgetting Michigan's good this year. So it's
definitely not the Gophers.
Definitely not the Gophers. The Gophers, I think we can rule out of that one. We're playing for one of those just bowl games in Nashville or Vegas.
Oh yeah, the Meineke Car Care Bowl.
Oh, that would be fun. Hopefully we get that one. But the game is in Columbus, Ohio, which I'm so excited for. Ohio State was always like my pipe dream school I wanted to go to.
Really?
Only because of the fact that in NCAA dynasty mode, that's where my quarterback would go to. And I always like betting on Ohio State for the March Madness. I always have them in my Final Four. It's a rule whenever I make a bracket and Ohio State's in it.
Okay.
That they're my Final Four. It always fails because they always lose first round. But I think like the first year I ever did a bracket, they like won the championship. I was like, all right, I'm just sticking with Ohio State because I had picked them. And I like won money in like my 7th grade science pool.
Now that's your team.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I have a Jerrod Sullinger jersey at home.
Sullinger or Greg Oden.
Oh, yeah. So I'm really excited to go to the Horseshoe in Ohio State. I think that's going to be a blast. I think this will be a pretty electric game, but I also think Ohio State's pretty easily going to cover at 19 points. Penn State, you just got to imagine, is so emotionally defeated after that loss. They kind of threw out their whole season.
And they played in some huge games this year, and they just like, keep coming short.
Yeah, I just feel like it's not going to look well. Buckeyes lead the all-time series 22-14. And the only way I see this game being closer is if Penn State can channel that last week's loss in a form of anger. But I just think with that big of a talent gap between Ohio State and Penn State, it's just going to be too hard for them to cover. I also kind of like the over for this game. Ohio State's 5-2 against the over-under this year, which is crazy. Just hitting the over constantly. It's at 60, which is a lot of points.
That is a lot. Oh, yeah, if Clifford plays the whole game, I could definitely see that hitting. And Stroud can definitely throw 4 touchdowns at least. So.
Yeah, so that'll be a game time decision for me. One of my bits this weekend is I'm going to be asking a lot of the students at the game what bet to take, and they'll be placing some bets for me. So
perfect.
Keep an eye out for that content. It's going to be a lot of fun. It'll be Halloween, so there's going to be a lot of cool costumes around, a lot of
and you're going to be the
college kids.
You're going to be the Hamburglar?
I am going to be going as the Hamburglar. So if you see the Hamburglar at the shoe this weekend, that's probably me, unless someone else is stealing my idea right now.
Yeah.
So yeah, you taking Ohio State? You leaning Ohio State as well?
Yeah, I think I will. I think it'll be a close game. Like I said, I think it'll be a close game in the first half, and then Ohio State will just pull ahead.
Yeah, I agree. It's a nighttime game too, so that environment's going to be really fun. Rocking. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah,
I might have to bring some earmuffs, something like that.
No. Blow out your hair. Blow out your hair and be a man.
Hey, that's very true. Drew Brees' baby doesn't have shit on me. So then after that game on Sunday, we're going to be going to the real home of Sir Yacht, and we're going to be going to Cleveland for the Steelers-Browns game. The Browns are favored by 3.5 points. They're obviously coming off that mini bye after the Thursday night win, but they're also completely injured. The Steelers are coming off their real bye. Over-under is 42.5. The more I think about this game, the more this is my fuck it we ball. I'm taking the Steelers money line. I'm not even exactly sure why they're favored this much over the Browns, except for the fact that the Browns are just a deeper better team, but Baker Mayfield is still very questionable.
Yeah.
Steelers are coming off that bye. They're, besides like Juju, they're very healthy as a team, and their offense is starting to look decently better.
Okay, yeah.
They've won their last 2 games. That's something.
Yeah, it's not a turd sandwich anymore.
Yeah,
It's a little better
exactly.
than that.
They know what they are. They're check downs and running the ball. Big Ben is just not that guy anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But Pittsburgh is also a more desperate team. Like in that division, if they lose this game, they're kind of done.
Yeah, and the Browns kind of faced a weak Broncos team.
Very weak.
And I mean, the Browns were very hurt, and Broncos suck.
Yeah, I mean, kudos to Case Keenum for pulling it off, but that was a game that they should have won, even with the injuries, I would argue.
And the Broncos have gotten blown out 3-4 times this year. So like it wasn't a good metric to see how good the Browns actually are.
Yeah.
So I'm also going to pick the Steelers this week.
Do you think just money line or just the spread?
I would just do both. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very confident with it. Because if Pittsburgh loses this, they're completely out of that division. Bengals are number 1 in the AFC right now.
Yeah.
Ravens, which is insane. I can't believe I just said that. Ravens are right behind them. Browns are even struggling to keep up right now, just not even because of the Browns have had a bad season. It's just because of how good the AFC North has been.
Mm-hmm.
That division's going to be, I think, the one to watch the most coming to, and as we hit the back stretch of the season here.
Also, I like the under at 42 points for this game.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. I think it's going to be a sloppy game. I haven't looked to the weather yet. I hope it's nice just because we're going to be there.
Yeah, I do too.
Rainy football is only fun when you're watching on TV. It is not fun at all when you're in there. You would know. You went to that Chiefs-Bills game.
Yeah, I don't know how people always have these rain ponchos.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone had a rain poncho. I'm like, where do you guys get these rain ponchos? I never have one. It's like when it rains, I never have an umbrella with me.
I wonder if that's just one of those things that happen when you like have kids. Like you just go and buy an umbrella.
Yeah.
Because I don't own an umbrella either, like at all.
I'm like, how the fuck do you have an umbrella right now? How did you know it was going to rain and everything?
Some people are just getting up early looking at the weather.
Yeah.
We're going to be coming back from Columbus. We'll be like sleeping and getting up early for that game. So I'm sure we'll be a little rattled.
Where do you even buy an umbrella?
I don't even know. Like men's store, I guess like haberdasheries or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't understand.
Maybe someone who's listening who is going to be at this game can like bring an extra umbrella and poncho for us.
That would be nice. I would like that.
Yeah, I think that could be really helpful. So yeah, that game, I think we're both leading Steelers. I think are we agreeing on the board right now? This is the first time ever that we're 3-0 agreeing. That can't be a good sign.
Now we're gonna lose all of our fucking bets.
Yeah, it's gonna be Penn State upset, Penn State upset, Browns just beat down, and then the Packers just will shit the bed tonight. It's gonna be bad.
I wouldn't mind the last one, but yeah.
I don't think we're gonna agree on this last game though that I have circled. The Sunday night Cowboys versus Vikings game. This one is weird. This one is very weird.
I think it's game of the week.
I think so too. It's going to be an absolute duel, I think. Offensive shootout. The Cowboys opened up as 3-point favorites, but as of when I just checked, they're only 1.5 point favorites now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's gone down completely. And that has everything to do with Dak's health. Dak has a calf injury, a very similar one that Aaron Rodgers had a few years ago during the NFC Championship against the Seahawks. So it's very like, that's what at least Mike McCarthy's been comparing it to, just because he's seen both firsthand.
Mm-hmm.
But there's just everything on paper here really kind of points Cowboys, but I can't get myself to really buy into it. The over under is 55 points, which I think a lot of people are leaning the over.
That's a big boy.
It's a big one, but the over is 5-1 in the last 6 Cowboy games and 6-3 in the last 9 Vikings games. Wow. So both teams are putting up a lot of points, but also having a lot of points scored on them.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely shootout. One concern with the Vikings this week is Patrick Peterson's hurt.
Yep, he's out, I think.
So
officially.
That's their best corner, and that's gonna be a problem.
Yeah, but the Cowboys secondary, but like everyone knows the Trayvon Diggs stat, how he has 7 picks, but besides that, they're not a very good secondary. They're towards the bottom of the league. So
yeah, Swiss cheese.
It's gonna be a good fantasy game for sure for anyone who has Vikings or Cowboys receivers, because I think those guys are gonna eat. Mm-hmm. It's gonna be crazy.
It should be a fun shootout.
It's gonna be, Halloween in Minneapolis. It'll be a lot of fun. There's gonna be some crazy costumes in that stadium. I honestly wish we were going to this game too.
I know,
a blast.
Well, maybe we can just
swing by on the way.
Yeah,
I wonder if that's possible. Zimmer is also. I didn't realize Zimmer was as good as he is against number 1 scoring defenses.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember the exact stat, but he's like 6-2, I believe, against like the number 1 scoring offense. Like his defense usually matches up to the challenge pretty well.
Yeah. He circles certain games on his calendars, and then like the lower opponents, he's like, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. We'll keep that. We'll keep him guessing. But
yeah,
it's just this Vikings team is just so tough to bet on this year. I don't know what's in the water in Minneapolis, but it's just so bad. Every game is just a nail biter that it shouldn't be.
I know it sucks.
How is your health doing this season?
I am completely numb to all these.
Are you?
Like, Yeah. Like a few years ago, I'd get worked up with all these like game-winning drives and everything. But now I'm just like,
as I say, you come into work with a smile on your face every Monday, which I would not expect. Like
I'm just numb. Yeah, I just expect it to happen.
It can't. Yeah, it just can't get any worse.
I'm only surprised if it's a blowout either way. That's what it's come to.
Pretty much, yeah. And what's so weird about it is the Vikings are 3-10 against the spread in their last 13 games.
That's bad.
Yet every game is like so close. I honestly just don't understand the Vikings at all.
The most exciting team in football.
I would agree with that, but. For a Vikings fan, it can't be for the right reasons.
Yeah, it's not a great time.
Yeah, well, you'll get there. They're as of right now, they'd be in a wild card spot. They'd have that last spot. So,
and I'm sure every game they'd probably make it to the Super Bowl and I'll be a nail biter. Until they got to the Super Bowl, then it'd be a blowout probably.
Yeah, just get wrecked by the Chiefs or whoever's in the AFC.
Yeah, the Bills.
So I've tossed and turned with this game. When it was at 3.5, like for the Cowboys, I was very heavily leaning Vikings. I was ready to lock that in. But now that it's Cowboys 1.5, I think I'm going to lean that way. Just because I think the Cowboys are a much better team and because it's the Vikings, I'm sure it'll come down to a field goal at the end.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping that field goal will be to put them up 3 instead of 1. That's my only reasoning for it.
Yeah. I would like to know, I don't have it up right now. I would like to know Zimmer's record against McCarthy lifetime.
Oh yeah. I guess they do have that history of playing against each other.
I think McCarthy's got the upper hand though.
He did last year with Andy Dalton.
That game sucked.
That one was a rough one.
Yeah. I'll roll with the Vikings.
There you go.
Well. Yeah. I could reverse jinx it too though.
That's true. Yeah, either way you win.
Cowboys. Reverse jinx.
Okay, there we go. So that would clean agreement across the board. Are you going to touch the over-under at all at 55?
That's too high.
It's way too high, I think, for an NFL. That's like 5 points less than the Ohio State over-under.
That's way too high for the NFL. Not touching it.
Yeah, especially a Sunday night game. You got to imagine those defenses will come out with like something to prove.
Yeah, maybe an under on it. Because if Dak's hurt and you put your bet in now.
Oh, you'd be scred.
You bet the under, then you'd be like good to go.
Oh, yeah, then you'd be really good to go.
So maybe just bet the under. That's inflated, I think. So
yeah, I actually think I would agree with that. I don't think I'll take it right away because I like to know all the injury stuff before I make my bets. But yeah, if you could snag the under now, if you're confident Dak's not going to play,
yes,
I would assume he is. I would guess it's like an 80% chance he is going to play.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't hate it. But so yeah, we're both going Cowboys. You for a different reason than me.
Yeah,
it's going to be. I'm really excited to watch this game. I hope we're back from Cleveland in time. Hopefully Joey's not like celebrating and all that.
He's celebrating a win over the Steelers.
Yeah, he might be. He hates the Steelers.
That's true. It's a good point.
He also said if he wins, he's driving to Pittsburgh and jumping into Lake Ohio.
How far is Pittsburgh?
I don't know. Hopefully we're not a part of that.
I'm not going.
Yeah.
I'm not going to Pittsburgh.
We got a flight to catch the next day.
Yeah.
Did you have any other games circled on the board that you like?
Yeah, I'll just go real quick here.
Yeah.
Let's see. Texans plus 14.5 against the Rams.
I saw that
that's
too.
That's such a huge spread.
That's so huge.
If this spread would have been 14 flat, not 14.5, I probably wouldn't have taken it.
And you got to imagine the Rams are due for a trap game because they've had such an easy schedule these last 2 weeks. They had the Giants and the Lions, and now the Texans.
Yeah, and it's at Houston, so
it is.
That might help. And then I also one more.
There was another 14-point spread too, wasn't there? Bills Dolphins.
Yes. Yep. And then Jets Bengals I think was double digit too.
Yeah.
My last one, Lions money line plus 160.
Is this the week?
Yeah, I think so.
Against the Eagles, I looked at that one too because I thought last week was the week for them. I thought they would be a little excited playing against Stafford.
Yeah, and the Eagles,
and they pulled out every stop they had to try and get it done.
And the Eagles suck.
I am officially off the Jalen Hurts bandwagon. I think he's a great role model. I think he's a great he has all the intangibles. It sucks when you're in the NFL because sometimes all the hard work in the world just can't catch up to these are the best athletes you're facing up.
I don't even know the Eagles coach's name, but he sucks too.
Nick Sirianni.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sucks. The whole NFC East sucks. If the Cowboys lose that division somehow, they need to disband the franchise.
The Giants somehow win the East.
Yeah, I don't even know it would have to be the Giants, I think. They just go on a run. But
they did look good last week against the Panthers, the Giants.
They did.
But the Panthers are god awful right now too.
Your NFC Super Bowl pick is not looking too great.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be a Saints Titans Super Bowl or a Panthers.
Oh man,
Titans.
I forgot about that. I had the Rams Bills or Rams Chiefs.
It's a safe bet.
Assuming the Chiefs turn it around, are the Chiefs going to make the playoffs? We talk about this every week, but every week it looks gloomer and gloomer.
They'll come back this week.
I think so too. They got the Giants on Monday Night Football, which I feel pretty confident in them doing.
Chiefs will win. Giants will cover.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think the
that's how it will
Chiefs will win a closer game than 10 points.
I'd agree.
But All right, that's all our bets for us. Look out for us in Ohio if you're in the area. We're going to be having a great time, and keep an eye out for all of the hashtag sick content we'll be putting out. You can find it on the Goose Egg Gamble Instagram and TikTok. That's goose.egg.gamble for both of those. That's all I have. Jerrod, you got anything else to add?
No, that'd be it. All
right, well, we'll see you guys in Ohio. As always, don't think of it as a loss this week. Think of it as a down payment for future success. Let's go win some goddamn bets this week.
Let's make some damn money.
Let's make some damn money. It's time to get profitable. Q4 is here. Let's get after it.
Let's get after it.
All right, see you guys.